Yvonne Mosley Wiggins started out in ninth grade at Miami Northwestern Senior High School as an attention-seeking troubled child. She says, "After accepting Christ, I was able to excel, knowing I can do all things through him who gives me strength." When she visited the Dr. Martin Luther King Center in Atlanta, Georgia, she was amazed at the listing of his accomplishments and his tomb site, which caused her to continue her dream to cater to the needs of people spiritually, naturally, and educationally. One significant thing to happen to her has been to obtain a higher education, making a difference in the lives of our children, allowing them to become productive citizens. Though it be a thrilling and marvelous thing to be merely young and gifted in such times, it is doubly so, doubly dynamic to be young, gifted, and black. Time no see.
Oh, well.
And I am glad to be seen and to see you today. Let's go over a few things about the time then and now. Would you like to do that?
Sure.
Okay. So, what do you remember from some of these that might call to mind a story? North Dade High School, Mays, Carver, Booker T. Washington.
Those were the black schools that we had at that particular time, and they were being phased out.
Your is in particular
Booker T. Washington, yes.
And I think some of the students went to a different school. I don't know whether Jackson was integrated at that time, but they went to Central or Jackson. But most of the students, if I remember correctly, came to Miami Northwestern.
Yes.
From Booker T. Washington. Made us the biggest class, biggest graduating class that had ever graduated.
775.
Wow. Wow, that's how many came. I don't think that's how many graduated.
That's how many graduated.
Are you sure?
Yes, positive.
Wow. Wow.
That's a big school. That's
I don't
a big
think
class. They haven't had a class
that's like that since.
No.
And there were some other things that I think they haven't had since our class.
No.
We were special.
No, we were.
Describe yourself in high school.
I thought I was quiet and serious, probably, and involved. Good to see my old friends in a new school, because some of them I had been to school with in early elementary, and to come back to be with them now in a graduating class.
So they were already going to Northwestern?
They were already at Northwestern.
Okay.
Etta MacGyver, you know.
I remember. She's already sent me something too,
Yes.
by the way. Thanks, Etta. What about now? Are you still serious? And
I think I'm pretty serious. On the long haul, yes.
Okay. Simmering under the surface somewhere, that humor.
Oh yes, that humor is still there. It comes out, surprisingly. But,
really?
Yeah.
How surprisingly? Tell me an instance when you can think of.
Well, I just pick up on whatever a person is saying, making light of the conversation.
So pick up on this. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Spell.
Spell what?
W-H-A-T.
W-H-A-T. Wit?
No. You said spell what? So I said W-H-A-T.
Oh, man, that was right over my head. Okay.
That's a sneaky one. That's a
sneaky one.
But it is humorous. It is humorous. Name one place that you have been since high school that has really impacted your life.
I think Washington, D.C. was a place very impactful at a time unlike today. Okay, I was there with my band for the Cherry Blossom Festival, and we were able to do many things besides perform at the Capitol for the festival as well. And the students and I were able to take the train, we were under construction here in Miami, but it was there in actuality.
Like the Metro
like
Rail.
The Metro Rail. See, they already had one.
Oh.
And so we didn't know how to ride a train. And that was the funniest experience for us. We missed 3 trains not knowing how to get
on it.
Yes.
I see. I have been there during the cherry blossom time too with another one of our classmates who lives near Washington, D.C. She's in Maryland, Jackie Glass.
Jackie Glass,
Bowling.
Remember her well, yes.
I'm hoping that now that she has information, she will be at this reunion. And
she was a cheerleader.
Yes, she was.
Yes.
She and her sister both.
Yes.
Her sister was in the class ahead of us, and they were both cheerleaders, which just brought back to mind, some of the stories that I've heard since then about other classmates that we have lost or that have had tragedy. It's a sort of bittersweet memory to think about, because when we get together at reunion, we want to reunite, but then there's remember, but there are some people they're not there to do it with us. So that's the sort of bitterness about it. But the sweetness is that there are still some of us who are here, and the memories that we have that will always be. I believe that is really all that we have, unless you want to do something special for the video.
Oh, well, I just thought it was rather unique that we were able to go back to our high school. I was, back to the high school and do what I love to do best. I was in the band, and I was able to go back and be the band director, follow in David Pascal's footsteps. Okay, I followed in his footsteps when he was at Palmetto. Ironically, I came there when he left there.
Oh yeah.
And yes, and I was just.
So how long were you?
I was there for 4 years. 4 years. I was there, and I started the first payback program at Miami Northwestern. Yes.
That's interesting.
Very interesting, yes.
Because I talked to somebody, Sandra Collins is her name? Sandra Waters.
Okay.
Sandra Waters Collins. She was a student.
Okay.
She said in the first program. Now I don't know what her.
I was there with Charlie Austin, and
I've heard that name.
Charlie Austin. He was
drama.
No, music.
Music.
We were in music.
Okay.
And Charlie taught the jazz band.
Oh, okay.
And
that's where I think I've heard it, because I believe there was some mention of him at the African Heritage Cultural Arts Center, where I have done some things since I moved back here to Miami.
Yes.
So it has really been a journey.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to the rest of it.
Oh boy. Yes. 55 and still alive.
That's right. It's great to be alive. Yes. All right. We have enough, I think, to put together a nice little portion for the video.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I'd like to think that we accomplished good things with the help of God. The graduating class of '68 naturally blazed a trail and is proud to report in this issue of the Northwesterners how Miami Northwestern Senior High School met the challenge of change. We did, however, state that there were 5 things unique about our class, one of which we found out later was mistaken. Let's hear what that is. All right, you may record.
This is Rosalind Lassiter Roker, one of many that was in the class of the first ninth grade class at Miami Northwestern in August 1963. We made history. I was there.
Thank you.
This is Wilhelmina Davis. I also was there. But we were the first set of ninth graders to embark on Miami Northwestern in 1963 August. I was there.
Thank you, ladies. You will be recorded for history on our video.
Okay.
And go.
The class of 67 was the first ninth graders at Miami Northwestern Senior High School. The ninth grade cheerleader was Connie Shedfield, and the ninth grade cadet was Lorraine Duhart.
And who is speaking?
Timothy Sally.
From the class of?
From 1964, the best class.
Thank you. I'm going to have to edit that other part out. Thank you. This is Jackie Glass Bowling reading from what she wrote in my memories book from 1968.
To the box. Chad has been a really wild, mixed up, yet wonderful 4 years that we have spent together. It began in the ninth grade with a junior dad when you didn't like me, and I was afraid of you. You thought I was smart, but luckily you found out the truth of the matter. I thought you were smart too, but you know that I found that to be an absolute farce. Then from 9th through 10th, we began to build a foolish little friendship with me coming to your house to gossip and you coming to mine. Then, during our junior and senior years, we proceeded to seal that friendship with little secrets and conspiracies all our own. So, Fox, I just ask you to remember these following good times. Then, too, don't forget some of those trying times that helped us to grow and mature to the fine persons we are now. Number 1, Junior Dad Ball. Number 2, Miss Vera Robinson. Number 3, Junior Distinction Day. Number 4, our great junior class song. Number 5, the day we played hooky and went to the show. Number 6, the fabulous, great, wonderful skip day that strengthened romances for both of us. Number 7, our great football team. Number 8, our loving track boys.
Being in the world, but not necessarily of the world, we can review some events that were happening. The world had war, the Vietnam War, assassinations of Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert Kennedy. Eartha Kitt had words with the First Lady. There was a garbage strike in the biggest city in the United States. We started jogging. And of course, there were the protests, which many of us, I think, were a part of on the college campuses and in different communities, not only here in the USA, but around the world.